Hi, I'm Sophie Ellis. I'm one of the parents at the Udny Green School. The school's been running a gardening project ever since my son started here. He's now in primary 6, and we've been growing vegetables and flowers on site and sometimes using the castle gardens. But a few years ago we did have a little bottle greenhouse here, but over the years it became dilapidated. It was just made of plastic bottles. So we decided to raise some funds, and we got some help from the Udny Trust as well, and from Eat on the Green as well. And we raised the funds, and we've built this amazing polytunnel. Well, we're hoping that down the line, and obviously we've just started, we've got a small amount here, but we're still hoping that in the future we'll have more and more produce, and we'll be able to have little markets, like a little small farmers markets that we can run from the school. We can invite the community in. We sometimes do community cafes in the school as well, where we would sell things, or we would do some home bakes as well. I mean, beetroots, for example, are made into chocolate brownies at this school, which are absolutely delicious. So the kids can get involved in making those and selling them just to raise funds for the school, and it's helping the community as well.
So you should plant the seed, then the shoot should come up, and you keep adding soil on, and then a purple flower or white should come up, and then once it dies off, it means the tatty's ready to pick.
And if you see any long ones, then
that's where baby ones grow.
Yes.
When strawberries are ready, they're bright red like my one. And if you ever see a strawberry that's green, never pick it.
Some of them have little courgettes on them, and they're starting to get bigger, and there's still some flowers on them, which will become courgettes as well. And they're getting quite big. Well, apparently you can eat the flowers.
It was a little disc thingy made of compost, and then we mixed it up in water and put a seed in it, and then it became just normal mud. And then when we put the seed in it, after a very long time, a little sprout came out, and then it made leaves. The pumpkins, you might think the pumpkins would be orange, but some of them are blue. And white, and there's little tiny ones as well.
In our polytunnel, we've got chives, rosemary, and oregano and all that. And the chives taste nice because I ate one earlier and tasty. And we've also got coriander. It's nice to put on curries and stuff. So yeah. And there'll hopefully be more herbs growing, and we get to pick them and put them on food, so they'll be tasty. Oh, we're also growing herbs for Udny Green just down there. Well, Eat on the Green just down there, and we're gonna help them get some flavour in his foods and stuff.
My name is Kevin Watt. I am a volunteer with Aberdeen Climate Action, and I help Aberdeen Climate Action organise things called the Climate Cafes. The Climate Cafes exist to inspire people to find their own sustainable, renewable, low impact lifestyle in terms of climate action. We put on events that cover all types of subjects. Things like using the law to defend the climate, sustainable agriculture, how pensions or investments can help change the world. So we put on all those events. They have speakers, specialist speakers, who know their subject matter incredibly well. Right now, the climate cafes are being done over Zoom, just because we haven't quite got back up and running from a physical perspective since COVID. We were very keen to keep things going because it's such an important topic just now, to try to make sure that we were continuing to get the message across and help people understand climate action better. If you've got a specific interest in a specific subject, then you can find that talk or that climate cafe on YouTube. So the bigger goal for climate cafes is to inspire the local people to figure out their own way of helping climate change, to help avert the worst case of climate change.
Cremar Food Waste Project, which I guess grew out of an alliance between our local climate action group, it's called Tarland Climate Crisis Group, and the development trust here in Tarland called Tarland Development Group. Some of our food is fresh, good food that would otherwise go to waste. A lot of our food has been tins and packets. We've needed to help people be imaginative sometimes about how they use our tins and packets. So we have engaged people with cooking. We've given out recipes. We've had occasional cooking events locally, and we've shared soup made out of waste food at some of our fun events as well.
Like all these pensioners maybe on a small budget, and maybe young families that can they're on benefit or something like that.
Big part of what we do is not only provide food to people, but connecting with those people. We get to know them. They're our neighbors, they're our friends. So we bring our friends, we bring our neighbors. And here in Tarland, it's so convenient because it's right in the heart of town. And in the end, we all feel better because we're all helping one another. And I would add that there's a lot of people who need help today who will be helping me tomorrow. So that makes it extra special as well.
So it's built out of a need to support our communities, particularly those who are struggling to get food on the table, but also those who just care about waste and want to be involved in reducing waste. The volunteers have just been fantastic. We've increased our numbers of volunteers and we'll need to keep doing that. And I think we'll have to keep it going through summer, although we all kind of like a break. But as you saw today, people come and fill bags and need our food, I think.
Good morning, and my name is Beatrice Charnley, and welcome to the Belfield Rose Garden in Banchory. So this is the Belfield Rose Garden, and it used to be part of this big building behind us, the Belfield home. First of all, it's a nice place to come and sit and catch your breath. You can look to nature. There's a lot of wildlife. We've got birds and butterflies and bumblebees. We grow food to harvest. It's about also time, planting a seed, using your body. I support people with mental health issues, and I think for me, my way of looking at it and addressing it has been, how can I get people to reinvest into their body? So it's through making, it's through crafting, through using your hands and your senses, right from planting to brushing your hands again, the mint, and smelling, making minty, and harvesting, so we can cook a meal, come and sit down and have a nice conversation. So it's a social connection. It's a reinvestment into your senses. It's making people alive. Come and see, open your eyes, open your ears, just have a listen, sit down. How beautiful, the space can be. This is a little snapshot of what can happen when one takes a space that is and was unloved to care and nurture, and then produce something where it feeds your soul, more or less, as well as your tummy. And if anything, I'd like more of it. I think we should all be looking after spaces that are unloved and put something that we can harvest from those spaces and gather together more and celebrate.
So my name's Sue Patterson. I'm part of an organisation called Deeside Can, run by volunteers. We're based in Banchory, Torfins and Crathis. CAN stands for Climate Action Network, but it also stands for Care and Nurture. And it's care and nurture for our community, our environment and our planet. So we have three areas of focus.
We are working to reduce our carbon footprint so that that minimises the impact of climate change. We're working to reduce biodiversity loss. There's a catastrophic loss of insects and birds and mammals, and we're trying to reverse that. The main reason the numbers are going down is not just climate change, but it's also loss of habitat. So we're trying to improve the habitat for wildlife in our villages and towns. And the third thing we're focusing on is reducing waste. Not just food waste, but we're encouraging people to recycle and upcycle. We really believe we can do something about this, but it will take everyone to do their little bit every day. And I'm sure that we will make a difference, but it takes everyone.